All right, it's Friday, October 28th. We're gonna have a Selectmen's workshop session. Any public input? No. Review and approval of the minutes. Do we have minutes?
No, we do not.
Okay, we don't have any minutes. So the first thing on the agenda is reviewing budget 4324 for the transfer station and 4153 for legal.
Right.
We're actually revisiting 4324.
Thank you. All right, the question on 4324 is the recycling attendant. And we had budgeted in 2022 for 8 months. And theoretically, we have an applicant coming in this morning, which would require 12 months.
Correct.
We don't, do we know the hourly on that?
Yes,
How much?
2015, I'm sorry, 2012 an hour for a portion, but a 6 months promotion would be in May, which
No,
would
let's
bring.
just go to 2012.
Okay.
And is that 35 hours?
35 hours a week, but you gotta include, they get paid extra holidays because when we have a Monday off, they're off and they pay them extra holidays. So that's where the 39,429 came from.
That was his request, right?
Yeah.
So we got 36,618 in regular salaries, 39,429 with the holidays.
Yes, correct.
And does that 39,000 include an increase in pay?
It does.
And how much does the increase in pay cost?
It goes from 2012 an hour to 2052, so 40 cents.
40 cents for 6 months?
Starting in May of 2023, he requested, because if the guy starts this month, then May, first week in May would be 6 months. Well, April would be 6 months, and May would be when the raise is done.
So that's $420, okay, it's not a killing amount. So that would push, do we change anything else on this budget for our?
You did, but I've already corrected what you changed.
So,
So we can put the 39,429 in. Okay, total.
$529,434. Why is it higher than yours? Something happened.
529 for
3,400.
That's what I have.
451.
Let's do it with the machine.
Please do.
490025 plus 39429 is 529,454. So it's the same as the pencil.
Yeah.
And it's
No,
$1,000 more than.
because you added 1,000 to their fuel and propane when you voted the last time,
Okay.
okay?
Yep. All right, I'm gonna make a motion that we approve budget 4324 for $529,434.
Second.
For discussion, any discussion on this? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Get your message. It's got a bad socket. So it's got.
Hey, it's Jack. Thanks, I'll go up there after.
Yeah, that's fine.
4153 legal.
And you plug numbers into that.
Okay. So, we're gonna leave. This is. Sorry. Oh, I'm on
over here that you have laying down.
Okay, so legal expenses for 2023. You wanna leave the cemetery at 750, is that the recommendation?
Yes, the cemetery will stay flat. We're gonna do some abandonment next year. We're gonna need a little extra there than we spent this year.
Conservation, did they have a recommendation?
They have not said anything yet,
They don't have any land things going on,
not that I know of.
so
I would say leave it.
Mhm.
I'm thinking $1,000 is enough.
Okay.
And the only concern I have about the main legal line is the ongoing controversy with the MX 171.
Yes,
So I'm thinking we need to leave that at 30, even though we've only spent 7.
I would agree.
So 30, 50, I had about 22, 358 is what I think I got.
Mm.
Let's put it up. Well, let's talk about legal planning. Did they have a recommendation?
That was theirs.
20 grand?
Remember you were in here and you guys talked about it.
I know, but
You don't remember?
I don't remember why it was $20,000. Was there a?
Susan's in here. Well, they,
52,350.
now, when you look at their historical, I mean, in 2020, they spent 19,000, in 2021, they spent 13,000. You know,
Mhm.
I mean, this year they haven't, I just got a bill, so that's not in here,
Right.
so I don't know. You might be able to cut it.
All right, I'm gonna make a recommendation that we approve 4153 legal expenses at $52,350.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So that's a reduction of $1,000. That's always good. I've got a few more
You
minutes.
wanna
Yeah, you
save
can
building
keep
till
going.
last and do the little ones?
Yeah, let's do 4414 animal control. That's remained flat at $1,750. I'm gonna recommend $1,750 for that budget.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Conservation, other conservation.
I
We're-
left-
we're-
Left the one blank, cause I,
yeah,
what did you have?
regardless of what certain people think, we're gonna continue to have an agricultural commission until we vote not to have one.
Yes.
So I added $675 to that, which brings a flat budget of $6,175. I'll make that a motion.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Central Fire Station 4711, principal. That's the principal payment on the bond, or the loan, it's not a bond, it's a bond.
I didn't even put it in.
So it's $153,711. I'm making that motion.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
4721, which is the interest on said loan, which has dropped from 22,965 in 22 to 19,137 in 23. So I'm gonna recommend $19,137.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Is there anything we need to do with this beach pond MS1V? Or is this just for,
Oh, that's is that the district?
I think that's just to show you that they did submit it and that's it.
and this
There's
is it?
nothing to sign.
Right.
I spoke with Michelle today, yesterday I should say. And she said that all the ducks are in a row. It went, Governor Wentworth School District went to proportion So, once that gets back, then we can set the tax rate, but it probably won't be till next week sometime.
Right, why don't we plan on doing that on the 8th when we,
I don't know if we'll be back by then. I asked her and she said I
Well, that's
can't
2
guarantee
weeks
it.
from That's a week-
Oh,
week
the
and a
8th,
half.
okay, so you wanna set the tax rate on the 8th,
yeah,
Like to.
okay?
because that's, we'll all three be here and we'll have all day.
Yeah, but are you here or are you up there? It's not gonna be hard.
Yeah, we're up there.
You're up there doing an election, so you're gonna try
Why is
to,
that hard?
well, I can't get on, I guess I could get on the internet, but how about talking to Michelle? Do you guys usually talk to Michelle? No?
No?
Oh, okay.
Well, I can tell you what the question's gonna be. The
Mhm.
question's gonna be, what is the tax rate impact on $100,000?
Mhm.
So, or you can do it on 50,000, but at least 100,000, what's the impact on the mill rate? That gives us the ability to say, okay, we're gonna take this much out of undesignated funds or not.
She said she's gonna call me, and when she calls me, I'll give her the latest revenues that we have.
Yeah.
And then she'll ask me a few questions, and then we can do our tax
Do
rate
you have that?
with the selectmen.
I don't.
All right. Supplemental warrant, does Jackie need this today?
She asked me, double checked with me to make sure it was in there, so I would say yes.
Look in the back. I did the calculations. You know how we did a spreadsheet last year? So, you got the wrong one there. Oh, yeah. So it's down to this because our assessments are up.
Right.
Last year it was 9 point something.
Yeah.
Now it's 3.9, and that brings us to this.
Okay.
And some of them went up quite a bit.
Two of them especially.
Two of them went up
Yeah.
quite a bit. Doesn't show last year's, but if you want, I can start putting last year's in the calculation sheet. It's up to you.
Oh, I'm sorry, I thought this was last.
No, that's what I was saying. So, he went up quite a bit, and this person, this one,
Dancy, yeah, but that's still low, 558,
yeah.
because he had a over $1 million building permit. Did you look at this?
No, I didn't realize it was even there. Okay.
And how that works is, we plug in here
Yep.
how much the values are as of this
Yeah,
year.
we did it on a per thousand basis
Right.
rather than a flat rate, which makes it a lot fairer,
Exactly.
plus it gave me an opportunity to exercise my mathematical skills. Or lack thereof.
I'm good with this. I can sign it if you like.
I think we both have to sign it.
Make a motion to do that?
Yeah.
All right. I'll make a motion that we sign the tax warrant for the Willian Road betterment.
I'll second. Any discussion? No? All those in favor?
Aye.
Can Bob come in at all, do we know? Or is he not available?
Today?
Yeah,
No,
not even late or whatever.
he said he couldn't come in today.
I'm just thinking it'd be nice if he could sign this as well, but if he can't, that's.
Oh, well, maybe he can come in at like 4 o'clock, 3:30, 4 o'clock,
Ask
sure.
Jackie if that's a
Okay,
possibility.
all right.
I guess we're gonna do the, buildings.
I'll come back in after you're done with
Yeah, I
your,
think that's best.
that's
Okay.
good, just holler.
Cammy?
Will you see if they're in there,
Thanks.
out there?
Both of them are here, so.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
But I'm gonna make a motion under 91A, colon 5, what is it?
Personnel.
Yeah,
I don't know the number.
91A32.
91A32, interview for personnel, all be yes.
Pike, yes?
All right, now we're, the solid waste, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Roman Smith?
Sir?
Is Roman Smith here? It's his time, according to the
That's right, let me go check.
agenda.
I honestly have not had a chance to review the solid waste agreement.
I've looked through it twice. It doesn't seem out of order, but
did.
Yeah.
we'll do it.
A lot of people that day.
Yep.
Hi.
Hi.
Have a seat.
Excuse me.
So you're,
Norman Smith.
Norman Smith, okay.
I live at 18 Pine Mill Drive.
Yeah,
I've been having trouble with the runoff water running off the road.
okay.
On August 2nd, I phoned the road agent again and left him a message.
So it's running off the road into your property, is that what?
Oh, yes, yes. And what it's doing is creating, well, you have the side of your road where your asphalt ends, correct?
Right,
Now, what it's done is the road has been breaking away, the asphalt's been breaking away, now the water runs off, and it's, of course, it's finding its easiest path. So
yeah,
it's coming down the side of the road, making a ditch
yeah,
that's about that deep now. And then when it hits my driveway, it's torn up some of my asphalt, weakened it, made it come up. And then it curves down and goes down my property, side of my driveway.
so you don't have a culvert.
No culvert, anything.
Okay, so the drainage is gonna go where it's gonna go. and-
Right, it goes down and right along my driveway.
Okay,
Luckily, my front lawn goes up a little bit like that. But, so that water deposits right down here. The
yeah,
last big rainstorm, I had 9 to 10 inch deep water in an area, say 80 square feet,
mhm,
something like that, right next to my leach field.
Mm,
Yeah,
So,
Not good.
no,
you know, we're starting to put together the list for neighborhood roads. We broke up the paving budget into two segments. One is for the major roads and the other is for the neighborhood roads.
right,
Last year we did Shirley Way and
yeah,
run everything I thought.
I forget which one at this point.
So we're starting to make the list together, but one of the things that is gonna be your responsibility if you need to move the water is a culvert. That's your driveway.
well, I never had that problem until the road started breaking away.
Right, but I don't know that if we repave, at some point in time, the same thing's gonna happen. Or repaving is gonna push the water off the road, because we, you know, they'll shape it and then they'll
Yeah.
pave it. So it's just gonna push the water into that ditch that's on the side of the road. And if we need to, if it needs to move somewhere, it can have an obstruction, which is your
Right.
driveway. So,
Well, it'll run, before it created a ditch coming down through there, right? When that was all filled in like it was with the rest of the road,
right,
I never had a problem. The water came along, sometimes the water would come down my driveway, which is no big deal because of the way I have the driveway and it has a little ground to it. That'll put the water off on the side that I don't care about.
so it's just going out on the lawn or whatever is out there?
It goes out into a wooded area.
Yeah.
Yes, correct. Well, that was, and now since, I mean, there's sections of that road, if they looked at it, that are approximately this wide, it's 45 feet long now,
Yeah,
that drainage now. It's coming down, taking away the side of the road for about 45 feet. There's asphalt this wide, this long, that's all cracked, that's lower than the other asphalt.
right.
That
That's why we'd have to repave. I mean,
Yeah.
I was saying,
And this spring, that stuff's gonna just fall right apart after the frost.
yeah, it could, it probably will, but that's why we have allocated money for neighborhood roads, because of,
Right,
you know, we've been paving the big roads so much that neglected them to a certain degree. Let's have the road agent, when's he coming in again, Cammy, do you know?
The 8th up at the townhouse.
Okay, so the 8th of November, we're meeting all day, cause that's election day, so the road agent will be up there at our meeting for a certain amount of time. Let's start having a discussion with him about that road.
There's the possibility that he might be able to do something, you know, reasonably inexpensive and quick to help Mr. Smith in the meantime. And if he goes and looks at it at least,
Right.
we gotta do something and we can try. And then we'll talk about Pine Mill in general. But I don't think it's out of the, our purview to ask him to go have a look at that and see if there's some quick thing he might do.
Right, well, we would at least put him on notice that we were gonna
Yeah.
discuss it on the
You've got a
8th, so
problem,
we should go
right.
and take a look.
Yeah, I saw about the community road paving and stuff, and
Mhm.
I saw the one road you had, well, I read this in the Tufton River Times,
Possibly.
yeah, and it was Pine Mill Road. And there is no Pine Mill Road that I know of in
Right.
Tuftonboro.
I don't know
So I,
how that happened, but
yeah, so I was thinking, was
Right.
that meant to be Pine Mill Drive, looking at it?
probably.
Oh, that's what
It's
I was
just a-
curious
I
on
think-
that part.
I think in those Tuftonboro Times articles, and any one of us could have written that, I don't know who wrote it. But it was to illustrate what we meant by community roads as opposed to major roads.
Yes, yeah,
So
yeah.
we're gonna try to get a list together for 2023, and we'll do the same in 2024 and 2045.
Yeah.
And a lot of it, to be honest, is gonna be generated by, like Shirley Way, the number of houses, the amount of traffic.
Right,
So if, I don't know how many houses there are on Pineville Drive, but I don't think there's more than 3, are there?
oh, there's
Four.
gotta be at least 20,
Am I thinking of the wrong road?
Yes,
I am.
yep.
it's.
It's up behind the dam.
Okay, all right.
It's Baxter or something or another.
Yeah.
About 5 minutes from here,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Now I'm thinking of the wrong one.
If you go down past the general store,
It's off Baxter Woods.
Baxter
I'm
Woods.
sorry, I'm thinking, when you said Pine, I'm thinking up behind the dam.
No.
I don't know what that one's called. Mill Pond.
Mill Pond.
Yeah, we go. It's tough.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, no, Bax, and the problem with the roads in there is that they were so poorly constructed to begin
Oh,
with.
yeah, I can tell that.
And I'm not sure how we ended up taking those roads over in the condition that they were in, but I was
Mhm.
with Selectmen back then. So it's gonna require some work to get,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of grading and removal of stones, et
Mm-hmm.
cetera.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that's probably gonna be.
Yeah, 'cause I was worried about the paving part as much as I was, is if that was filled like it was originally, before the water,
Right.
the water never used to come off like that. Is what I say, and if it did, like I said, it'd go down my driveway a little bit and just go off to the wooded side, so. No,
Well, maybe a couple of yards of gravel compacted would at least alleviate your issue
Right,
for a year or
yeah.
two until we can get to it. I mean,
Well,
yeah,
and proper crowning. I
Right.
mean,
That's
a lot
always-
of it-
Oh,
a lot of
yeah,
it is
yeah,
just,
yeah.
constructing that like a real road.
I mean, I filled it in a little bit myself over time, but I'm not a road man, I don't know. You know, and then the water just washes away after a big rainstorm.
All right, so we'll let the road agent know
Okay.
that that's gonna be on our list of the agenda on the 8th. Hopefully he'll go by before then. And we'll probably start the discussion of what roads we're gonna do in 2023 on the 8th. Cause we'll need to get that list
Right,
together
yeah.
before 10
I understand, budget
Yeah.
money's the whole, I mean,
Can't do them all in one year.
no, you can't, I was just looking to see if I could get that filled in
Yeah,
the
maybe
way
just
it
a
was.
repair would work.
Yes,
Yeah, that's what I'm
We
thinking.
don't need to,
no, I'm not here to
A lot
get the
of
whole
money.
main road paved, just that section.
no, we need to do the whole road.
Well, yeah, that has to be done at some point in time, but just to get that done and stop that water from coming down, because originally it never did. What I'm saying, that's all.
Okay,
Okay,
sounds fair.
all right,
Great.
guys, thanks for
Thank you so
listening to
much.
me.
Thanks for bringing it to our attention.
No problem.
All right, what do we got left here?
Well, we have the
Government buildings?
general government buildings.
Yep.
Okay, is Jack gonna be around?
No.
Alright, so we don't have Jack to deal with.
That's an addition.
Kathy was gonna talk about it.
I'll grab her.
What do we need?
Oh, anything in general government buildings that you wanna weigh in on?
Here's some stuff to Kathy. I don't know if she wrote it on there or not. She made some hand notes.
You don't have any hand moves. Oh, wait. I bet we do in the back. This is a really thick packet.
Wish she redid it. Wrote the note.
Alright, let's see what we got. We got landscaping.
There was nothing major, it was just an add-on to the original line, so.
Oh, like the shovel, for example.
Yeah. And those are the maintenance at the townhouse.
So we've got
Nothing major.
bulb replacements. Home energy products, $2,500. Obviously, we're going somewhere with that. Pellets for the
That's
heat.
just the past history.
past
Jeff.
history.
That's just history, so you know where I got the numbers from.
Okay,
But I put notes
You put notes in, didn't you?
about, yeah, on the
Yeah.
budget itself, on,
Okay.
like, under townhouse, I put shoveling and repair, we did 2,000.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then furnace work on the townhouse maintenance, you had told me to put furnace work, quality fire and dolly.
Yeah.
Is that a good amount?
Yeah, if it's cleaned every year, that's $200.
Yeah.
Dolly.
Pellets are now 3.18 per ton, so we went up to 35 on the heat.
Yeah.
alright, we'll go item by item, we'll be around.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks, Jeff.
So, we're gonna review government buildings, 4194. Electric, are you using 11%, is that what you're doing on the electric?
No, is that what you wanted to do?
No, I'm just trying to figure
I
out.
went by how much the last bill was and times it by 12 to give me a rough idea.
I thought that was a good idea.
Okay.
Cause you're 3,783 spent,
Still got
2 months left.
October, November, and December, because I don't get the bills for October till
Okay, so that's
3 months left.
3.
And it didn't go up until August.
Up in August.
Mm-hmm.
Good. No problem.
That much. Cause right now you're on track to spend $4,539.
Well,
What
that
was
would
the,
answer the question. Yeah.
You can do it. I just put a rough number in there so you guys can change it.
Yes.
Like if you look at the history, it'll tell you how much the last bill I had, and it fluctuates for the town office if you look, depending on whether it's running the heat pump and all that.
right.
You're allowed two dwellings. Yeah.
If you use 11%, which I thought was what the increase was gonna be, isn't that what the co-op told us was gonna be, 11%?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I thought it was like almost doubled.
That's what I thought.
Well, pull out the July bill and look at the August bill. Do you have them in here?
Right here, I have, August was 580, September was 580, and they were running 3 and 3.
No, it's electric.
Yeah. See at the top, how March and April were in the 3. Page 1 of that, of this. Okay.
It's electric. was 417 in February, 377, 363, 289 in May, 317, 453, 580, 580, 404. So you did October. And
Well, I paid it in October, but it's September, so it's always a month behind.
all right, so that's September, so you have January, February, March,
Yes.
so 3783.
Mm-hmm.
You're still on a $4,900 rate of travel. But even if we go 580, so you went 580 times 12?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, $6,900.
Right.
That's gonna happen.
So I cut it down to 65, thinking that some of the months we don't use as much.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, it's just too much flux.
Well,
Because if you use just the September bill,
Mm-hmm.
you're at a $4,848 rate of travel.
yeah. You're welcome. All right.
So,
I don't know, I don't care what you put it
what's that?
in. I said, I don't care what you put it in. I'm just giving you some rough numbers.
Okay. I'm gonna say $6,000 is enough.
Okay.
The heat, once again,
We haven't hit heat for this year yet.
well, you have though.
No. Well, the year
January.
before. Yeah, but the
Okay,
rates have gone up.
so, yeah, but have they gone up 15%, 20%? I don't know. So if we go
Excuse me, I had an emergency.
yeah, if you put a 15% increase in fuel costs, you're at $5,400.
Okay. So he changed the top line to 6.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, were you gonna? Go ahead.
I had a problem, real problem.
Alright.
I just was worried about heat because we don't know what's going to cost.
Well, you only have 6 months posted on the heat.
Yeah, because I haven't gotten a bill. You know, during the summer, I don't always get a bill.
So that's, you're averaging $486
Last year.
times 12 is $5,835, so we're gonna be over budget on that. Right
I know, I know.
So 6,000. And the rest, the maintenance is just Dolly.
Well, it's
Or maybe-
Dolly, it's night security
Right.
and anything he does, like bulbs and that kind of thing. And he was saying that there's bulbs, certain,
And treasurer, state of New Hampshire, why are we paying the treasurer?
it is, because anything we pay for the state, because they required some kind, you'd have to ask Jack, there was some kind of inspection or something they came in and did. They only do it every couple of years.
And Butler heating,
We just did a
that wouldn't go in.
service
Okay, so that's a.
to the
service.
heater,
Okay.
so that's why it's
No,
maintenance.
but I'm sure that.
Alright, 6,000. Town office grounds and maintenance, I mean, it's just,
A lot of that is mowing.
yeah,
And the True Green I gave you, I don't know if Jack talked to you about it, because they're recommending a change right now. If you don't add their change, it's not gonna be 26.93. What's the change he told me about? Irrigation and seeding for 1330, and one of the 170s, you would remove that if you don't wanna have that done. That's just recommendations. The potassium and the irrigation, we don't currently have. We're recommending them, so that's your decision. I asked Jack and he said, let the selectmen.
So, you're saying that we can reduce this number by
The 2394 you can reduce by,
$1,490,
yeah,
1330 and 160.
no, 170.45.
What's the 170?
Here we go. So,
Oh, I'm looking at this.
oh, I gave you a bill.
All right.
This is the projection for next year. So 1330 and 170.45 can come off of that 2394 if you choose not to do the irrigation. You wanna talk about the irrigation?
The irrigation for.
True green.
Oh, yeah.
That added amount.
What needs is overseeding in here.
I'm sorry?
Needs to be plug gutted, irrigated and then aerated and then overseeded.
Yeah.
And
This
that's what
whole
the
thing,
extra.
there's all kinds of bare spots everywhere.
And
It's
is that
pretty
something you've done before?
bad. We have not done it before. It'd be a one-time thing for now, and you wouldn't do it again.
Unless the turkeys decide to tear it up.
Yeah, the turkeys go after the grubs, that's the issue, so.
All right, I'm gonna recommend that we reduce the budget by $1,500 to 4617. If,
Which line item is that?
this is line item town office grounds maintenance.
Okay, so that would be, the total number there would be?
Oh, I'm sorry, 9,500 minus 15, that's,
So you're gonna get rid of the
yeah.
overseeding and all that?
He can leave it on his estimate, and if we don't have a lot of snow, we don't have a lot of shoveling, maybe we'll have enough money to screw around with.
Yeah, we just have to sign a contract, I send it back, and I'll send it
Right.
back without it, that's all.
Yeah, okay, just take that off the contract.
Yep.
And then we'll, call him if we need it. Okay, 2000, Jack. On the bulb replacement,
Bulb replacement,
repair and bulb replacement, town office improvements,
correct.
is there any rebates going on?
A little bit, I talked to Scott about it, he said the best way to do it is just to change the tubes in here and not new fixtures and all that, because you don't need it. And what they give you towards the tube is $10 per fixture.
Okay,
He said that buys half of one tube.
yeah,
the
well, still,
co-op.
I got $20 sitting right above my head.
Oh, there's 3 in each,
Okay, so that's 30,
Yeah.
$60.
but they don't give you per tube, it's per fixture, not per tube.
Okay, so it's $20.
They give you $10
$10.
towards one tube, and a tube in the fixture is $60 with the tubes in the fixture, they give you $10.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah,
But I'm looking at $2,000 for repairs and bulb replacement. Is that the real number?
it's not,
Okay,
no,
Why is
because
it-
we didn't know what the co-op was gonna do about it, because
Okay.
I'm playing phone tag with them, it's a pain in the butt, so.
okay, so what do we wanna do on the $2,000? Do we wanna leave it there? Or
I
do
would
we
leave
wanna-
it there for now, yeah, and we'll do as much as we can get done with their
Okay.
bid. And the way their bid works is they give you some credit towards some of it, and the rest of it they can put on your bill.
Right,
Do you know what I mean?
So
So you
you
don't
don't
pay out of
actually-
pocket, you pay a little bit over time or monthly.
right,
That's how it works. So.
okay. Townhouse electric.
If you don't like that, that's fine too. I mean, we're gonna go over budget on that because we're at 642 already and have 3 months left on the townhouse. That's why I upped it to 9.
Yeah, and we have a long day's use on the 8th.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so that's the reason I went to 9.
Okay, townhouse heat. It's about 3,500.
He only went up 500.
So that's calculating the pellets at 318 a ton.
That-
Okay.
That's what Jack recommended I put in there, so I don't know what he calculated, but he just said, make sure you tell them we were paying 2 something a ton and now we're paying $3.18 a ton. What were we paying on the pellets last year? What?
Yeah, right around 290 something.
And now we're going to 3.18.
Yeah, 318 a ton.
So that's why he only went up, what he went up.
Okay, so townhouse maintenance,
Mowing is 1,000, and then you got shoveling and repairs, Jack just
There's
figured.
a little bit of stuff to be done out back, there's a couple of gaps that you could fix, so if you
no, I'm
go
not
out
gonna
fix.
line about that. The $800 line.
Oh, dolly, quality, and furnace work. He
Yeah.
put
What is
in a
the-
couple extra.
How much is the furnace work?
It's the cleaning every year and just some in there, cause something always happens, is that how it
Cause I don't have a cleaning this year.
It just got done.
hasn't been done yet this year.
Okay.
No, wasn't that Butler? No?
No, he didn't do
Oh.
the pellet board, that's something
Oh.
different.
Okay, so that's at 8. We've got a $1,200 increase in
Outside maintenance.
outside maintenance.
Well, the
right?
mowing went up to 1,000
$1,000 to mow that place?
for the
It's
year.
only got like 5 square feet of lawn.
I'm going by the bid. I put down exactly what the bid had.
Yeah.
I mean, $75, 75, 50, 180, 80, 40, 40, 120. I mean, we had $700 spent on mowing and shoveling last year.
Mm-hmm.
And now we wanna spend 2,000?
Well, 1,000 is for the mowing. The shoveling, I don't know.
Shoveling you don't know, cause he does it per time.
Every time, yeah, per
That's
storm.
pretty
Mhm.
tough to figure out. And they used to do it later on, they didn't get to it, but now it was used a lot more, so then they had to get right to it. They used to kinda wait, but now go there and just do the front, so it's accessible.
Okay.
I told you this was gonna be a killer one.
Not bothering me in the least bit.
It's reality.
Yeah.
So his mowing cost has more than doubled.
Mm-hmm.
Cause we spent $460 this year to mow up there.
So far.
Yeah.
You know, I got mowing
I
more.
don't think he knows. If he mows anymore now, it's ridiculous.
So, I mean, call it, let's give him $40 more. Now you're at $500 to mow the place and he wants to go to 1,000?
When we approved his bid for all of the stuff that has to be done, that number included all of this.
Well, it also includes, it says mowing 1,000, but it was spring cleanup, fall cleanup.
Exactly. But
mowing.
all of this is included in his bid that we approved,
Yeah,
so I don't see
They want it.
the importance of picking this apart line by line, truly. Because we've approved this number already, whether we,
Oh, no, we didn't approve this, because he came back after we did. the
oh, you're
approval.
absolutely right with the
He
shoveling.
added shoveling.
I'm sorry, yes,
So-
the mowing though has been approved,
Okay.
yeah,
We're now at $2,000 versus $1,000.
I understand that,
So,
because the shoveling came in. But the mowing part of it shouldn't be questioned because we've already approved it
Mhm.
when we approved his
And
contract.
that's cleanup too as well.
Yes.
Yeah, I
all
told
of it.
him fall.
So it's just the shoveling we need to concentrate on, and we don't know how many storms we're gonna have, right?
And I did that, I mean, he gave me what, on that email, how much it was gonna be, and we figured
Yeah,
out,
we
what did we
looked-
figure out?
Kathy
8 or
looked
10.
at bills last year, how many times they went, kind of a ballpark judge, and that's what we went by, so.
Yeah, cause it was 8
Kinda
to
hard to
10
figure.
times last year that he came.
Right.
At 50 or 30, forget what he said he was doing for the townhouse.
It's totally unpredictable.
Townhouse is $30 per time. So if you go 10 times, it's $300, you know?
Mm.
If he has 10 storms, it's $300. So,
okay, so you'll leave it at 2,000? Townhouse improvements, lights and repairs.
One of the
It
lights,
went down.
one of those hanging lights has to be repaired.
Okay.
And then the other thing is some gaps out back
And bulbs.
around the chimney.
And bulbs. And bulbs. That's part of improvements. You had me put that up.
Yeah, that's a fix
Yeah.
repair one light up there.
Yeah.
Highway electric, that's the same markup you used in the other electric. Highway heat,
I don't know if that's too high or not.
I don't either.
Are they getting, I remember you saying something about insulating it. Did he insulate it? Cause that would make a difference on the heat. I remember some kind of comment about him insulating that building. Is that happening? But he's almost over and he still hasn't gotten winter yet done through. I mean, we're almost over for this year.
Well,
And we haven't hit winter yet.
yeah, we have the ability to look backwards.
But heat is not what it was in price.
No, but
And
That pile
Jim's
of
actually
letters
like,
that says
told me,
need
oh, he
assessment
told me the
cards,
maintenance one.
do
He
they?
didn't tell me
Yeah.
what he
I have to have those in the mail by today.
Yeah.
So
I
I'm
still have one whole other
So we
pack
look
today.
back
You better get,
So
you'll
you're-
have to come back tomorrow.
for something.
Somebody just came in and he
$400
was,
to do
said that he was
January,
told they
February.
would have the letters out last week.
Okay.
So I went through and I saw it, so, okay.
So you're, yeah, he's gonna be way over on that.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was thinking.
I mean, we get hit with huge increases in the middle of the year. We budgeted as best as we can
Yeah,
for last year's stuff for last year, and it's just crazy,
Okay, so we need to push that number up to $5,000.
okay?
And,
Which one?
highway building heat,
Right.
highway building maintenance.
he gave me that price. He says there's repairs needed on the sand, salt, and maintenance buildings. So he wanted even though he hasn't spent it, he hasn't gotten to it, but he wants another 6,000 next year.
Okay, I'm gonna change that to 1,000. And if he needs the money, he's gonna have to have a warrant article. That's my feeling. What do you think, Guy?
I'll go with that.
Library outside maintenance, once again, we've got,
Mowing at 41 and just figured on,
I mean, people have no idea how difficult this is gonna be to solve with a budget committee. I mean, this is heat and electricity I can work with, but this,
the mower.
I mean, that's $2,500 more.
And we've already gone over.
Yeah,
The shoveling was done by a different person for the library, but we're doing it all under one man.
all right. Fire,
Now,
Excuse
all
me.
the fire ones, he gave me those, fire department, so if you wanna talk to them, you can
Okay.
get Adam in
ML furnace replacement, what is
here.
ML?
Mirror Lake,
Mirror Lake.
furnace replacement, replace retaining wall in Melvin Village. Seal
How
coat.
much is the furnace replacement in that Melvin Village gonna cost?
Let me get his budget.
This is a mean one, you're absolutely right. This is a tough sell to anybody.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, we'll go through fire station electric. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, that's
Melvin
fine.
Village station heat. I guess we'll stay there.
Yeah, because
Mirror Lake heat. Fire station maintenance. Maybe buy one more.
Okay, I probably should have copied all these for you.
Alright,
But, what are we at, Melvin Village?
yeah, we're looking at,
furnace
Melvin Village
replacement.
Furnace replacement.
Alright. Here we go. Okay, furnace replacement at Mirror Lake Station, 5,500. And if you want me to write these in the notes, I won't have room. He'll have, I'll give copies of
I'm
these.
writing it
But
down.
we don't, do we know Is that oil or propane? You don't know, I don't know.
I think, because Butler came in to do it.
What?
Is oil propane in Mirror Lake?
Oil.
Well,
Oil.
Okay. Then he had
Exterior wall repair,
drainage swale work, 1,800.
that's your exterior wall? No,
Replacing retaining wall at Melvin Station, drainage swale work, 1,800.
that's 1,800.
Mm-hmm.
And the seal coat,
Seal and crack for Melvin Station is $1,250. Seal and crack for Mirror Lake Station and repair a sinkhole is $2,000.
exterior wall repair,
Exterior wall repair for Melvin Lake is $1,100. Total of $11,060.
okay, so,
Like I said, for your meeting, I can copy these for you if you want.
that's better. Okay, so my suggestion is we make the furnace replacement warrant article. The seal coating, our road agent has spent nothing on crack sealing out of his budget currently. I'm thinking we do seal coating out of the road agent budget. I mean,
I don't know what he has planned for it yet. He might plan something, I don't know how he does.
you know, that brings this budget to $4,900, which is a lot better than $11,650.
the condition of this furnace needs to be replaced. I don't know, does it really need to be replaced? Or do we gotta do it, one way or the other, warrant article or not? And I don't know, I don't have enough information to tell me, is it that bad? So I don't know what to do with it, to be honest with you. Without having,
Do you wanna have Chief come down here doing this stuff?
Yeah, he's gonna have to. We don't have to have him here today, though.
No.
We don't have to have him up today.
we can put this off a little bit if we need to.
Yeah, they can get this last.
Okay.
Way ahead of schedule anyways. So we've gone through electric, heat, we're down to fire station maintenance, mowing. Okay,
Yeah, we have fire station. Fire station maintenance, okay, yeah. He gave me these numbers, so.
who did it?
It's the chief,
Chief,
fire station maintenance. I had nothing to do with it.
okay.
Same with the electric and heat and all that.
So you got
There you
capital
go.
one trading credit, Caleb Pike work platform, airvac, Bradley's hardware, night security, and then Corey Hunter, Christensen, Bradley. So they've spent $8,224 this year in maintenance.
Am I in any violations right now?
And
What do I have to do?
Which one are you talking about? Central or,
it just says fire station maintenance.
oh, yeah, yeah. He's spent $4,200 on it.
4194,04630.
Yep.
Okay, $8,224.
But,
I get
since
42.
then, I put a grant in there, a
Okay,
refund of a grant, so he really, all right, wait a minute, let me
so
look.
now you're at 4,024. So 4,200 came in there for what?
Got it.
So-
That was one of his grants.
Okay,
42. Oh, that was done in doing the adjustments. Yeah. So they basically spent $4,024 so far. And the
Okay.
budget is for $57,16.
okay. 19 mile mowing and electric. $2,000.
Well, his mowing went up to $1,200.
Yeah.
You're
19
already
mile-
over for this year already,
Does that include the beach?
yes. No, docks and beaches.
Just the dock?
That's,
There's no lawn there.
hang on a minute.
Okay.
Actually,
I got electric.
last year
that's
was
it.
all electric, yeah.
Yeah,
But I think I just got his mowing bill, so it's not in this one.
well,
Anyway, they've spent $1337.73 to date.
spring cleanup, $300, and fall cleanup, $300, so $600. That's what his estimate is. So 600 plus the electric, which is
600 plus.
800. So now we're at $1,400.
Hang on a minute. 19 Mile Day beach mowing, 600, right?
Where are you? Hang on.
19 Mile cleanup, 300, and another fall cleanup, 300. You have
Right.
1,200 there,
What's the 600?
right here. First page, see
Beach
19?
mowing.
Yeah? You tell me.
So he's gonna mow that 10 times. Okay. So $1,200.
Mm-hmm.
That's 8, okay. Fire department improvements, interior paint, office side, seal coat, crack fill,
For Central.
matting for kitchen area and hallway. So
Okay, you want the breakdown on those? I
I
have
just need the seal coat and crack fill number.
5,600.
Jesus. And has that been put out to bid? No.
I don't know, I'm just going by what he has here, so
Yeah.
I would assume so, because he's usually pretty good at that,
Okay. So. All right, moving on. Transfer station electric. 55, heat. 40, but that's a little better. Maintenance. He's paying maintenance. So we got pool and sewer, spiderweb garden, or buying flowers.
Well, I just paid a big bill, I think it was $2,000 this week for composters being, compactors being serviced.
Right.
I wanna say it was $2,000,
Okay.
just so you know.
So you're at 45.
Here it is, $2,010 Atlantic recycling equipment.
Okay. So that's flat, $5,000.
Yeah,
Outside maintenance,
Mowing alone is $3,900 from 30s.
600, yeah. I mean, I can understand that increase. It's the rest of it that has been doing it for free. Davis Fuel Electric, 400, Central Fire Station Heat. It's flat, which it should be. Davis Fuel Mowing, who does that?
Corey,
Jesus. Go back to the school.
well, thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
We'll keep our field.
Okay, when you get to property,
Other property.
he's gonna crap on that one too.
15 total. So he's gonna mow that 15 times?
I'm budgeting for it, whether he does or not, I don't know. That's what's in his bid.
Other property maintenance improvements, pool mowing, Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Dearborn mowing, Melvin Wharf mowing. Is there a lot of grass down on the wharf?
Quite a bit on either side of it, you know, the dirt part of the wharf, as we have. I don't know how he does it, by hand or
All
machine.
right, well, we're not gonna approve this budget today anyway,
Right.
so we're just going through it. Fire department electric. they're already over budget.
Yeah.
Maintenance, septic pump,
2023 is a 3-year cycle, so that's,
every 3 years you have to buy a septic pump?
no.
No, they're
No,
gonna have.
get it
the
pumped.
tank pumped.
I'm sorry, you have to, a what?
You get it pumped.
And how much does that cost?
Hang on, I'm looking, what do you guys here? Which one is it? Septic pumping, maintenance, here we go. Septic pumping, $600. That's where you went over. He went higher, 600.
What else has he got in that 22,000?
Right here.
So we've got trash pickup 800, station mowing. He must have used the same thing we used. Set, clean up fall and spring, that's $600. Maintenance and supplies, 4,000. Water testing, 3,800. Alarm monitoring inspection repairs for central station, $2,200. Station cleaning, is that Dolly or his?
Dolly.
Okay. Strip and wax tile floors. Sprinkler and pump flow test, vehicle exhaust maintenance contract. Okay, furnace and AC main repair to include ENE, PMI main, contract spring and fall. So is, spent on everywhere?
I see a SV appliance repair, 309.
Yes, okay. ENE System of New Hampshire Incorporated, 1576.
Yeah.
Do we have another ENE?
1862. 1616.
196. 1862.
And that's it for PM.
So $3,634 is that. Oh, I think that's 3840. I'm sorry. And then Central Fire Maintenance had a total expense of $14,977.
At this point.
Oh, that'd be pretty close. 14. So 17,972 is what his rate of travel is right now. So it would be over budget. 179, sorry. Yeah, it's gonna be over budget, so there must be stuff coming out of here. No, 17,972. So 17,972 is what he's got there. I'm just wondering why he needs to go. All right, so we need a little, we're gonna have to have Adam here on the 8th or up there on the 8th.
Mm-hmm.
And
Who else? You want Jim there too?
Yeah.
You're gonna ask him to do
Yeah.
that?
we need Jim Rhodey. 8, so I got 1,500. And
Bob seems good with it. Let's do it. Facility guy.
6,000.
Nice try, Kath.
Nice try. I mean, I'm having a hard time getting this under $170,000.
Yeah,
And that's too much money, but maybe the facilities guy will make my mind change.
Do you wanna get it under 170?
Well, I'd like to get it, let's see where we're at.
You're looking at heat and electric.
Yeah, but those aren't driving factors here. And you've got.
the maintenance is huge.
It's
Yeah.
something. Let's do the fire buildings.
You've got a 20% increase right now in this budget.
And you said electrical alone went up 11%. What do you
Yeah.
think gas and
Well,
heat?
we already did fuel and all the rest of that
Yeah.
stuff.
Right, I'm not,
But you got a 20% increase in government buildings.
Yep.
And. Times 1.12. I mean, realistically. We should be 159,000. That's a 13% increase.
mm,
Well, that's if it's just maintenance, but you got things being done too, so that's what you would have to pull out, like you were saying. Your mowing
Yeah.
went way up.
Yeah, but pull this out, pull this out. but-
well, whenever you speak of the furnace issues, or anything about the furnace, at the fire station, we know that's been a problem. I anticipate more.
Yeah,
It didn't work out well. All right, well, thank you for your efforts, Kathy.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
thanks for playing.
Next year, I'll bring it blank and you can figure it all out. How's that sound?
Please.
I was just trying to help.
Okay,
That's
thanks so
it.
much, Kathy.
Yeah, have a good one.
This is the email from Arcus and whoever. You've already done that. Budgets.
We still have action and
Okay, solid waste collection and disposal agreement turns out when first of the year. Yeah. They want to adjust things mid-year, which, how do you do that?
Oh, it's real easy, just up the price.
No, I know, easy on their end, it's how do we do it?
I don't know, how do you budget?
You can't. If
It's-
they want to say on July 1st, they can average out the 6-month cost of fuel, no. You gotta come up with a number, buddy.
Yeah, we've already suffered because we budgeted on the available figures for this year, and then that all changed.
All right, I'm still not getting to the contract on this thing. All right, okay, so the, excuse me, the solid waste contract is January 1 to January 1, so I'm gonna suggest that that become an issue for November 8th. Because I haven't had a chance to read it. And we need to have Chris, did Chris look at it, Kevin, do you know?
he's the one who gave it to me.
Have him by November 8th, plug in the new haulage rates. So MSW and whatever bulky means. He knows how many containers we've had hauled this year and of what type.
Mm-hmm.
And just plug these new haulage rate numbers in.
Yeah, give us something a little further.
And give us a number for, 2023. I don't know if there's a. Construction, demolition. So I guess that's demo and bulky. So the haulage rate per container remains the same.
Mhm.
And how much trim is this? So they're looking for us to sign a 5-year term with a 3% annual
Increase?
increase, plus whatever fuel situations they've come up with in their calculations. So, yeah, so what do we now have for the eights? We've got the buildings and grounds, transfer station, no, buildings and ground, fire station, and highway. Do we want anything else? Oh, and we've got Phil coming in on the police station.
Right.
Mhm.
That should give us quite a bit to work with.
Yeah. Is Phil gonna give us a estimated cost for that miniature building he's provided us?
I can ask him to.
Yeah, tell him to bring a cost.
Well, what I saw, I didn't get any dimensions on the new building, so I don't know how much miniature it is.
He just
Lopped off one end.
lopped up one end.
I know, but I gotta try to figure out
Okay, yeah.
some scale on it or nothing.
Tell me the square footage.
Yeah, idea.
Oh, good stuff. All right, I think we're good. I'm gonna hold on to this.
That was action items.
That
We've been
waste
through,
management was our action item.
we've been through correspondence already.
Candy's still upset about us on
Yeah.
that deal, but she's gonna have to put up with us.
Suck it up, buttercup.
Any other, we've signed what we need, did we sign what we need?
Mhm.
Yes.
Did that correspondence, we got just one thing?
Yeah,
which was,
just the
Um,
course completion.
the chief of police completed a course in ethics. It's nice to know. And selectmen's updates, we got anything new?
Nothing happened between Monday and now.
Okay,
Oh, I'm sorry. I went to the candidate tonight at the library. It was packed.
was it?
Yes. I actually had to request permission from a neighbor to park in his dooryard.
Really?
Yes.
Where was it?
At the library's meeting room.
Oh, at the library. Yeah, we need more parking. And all the candidates were there?
From executive counselor down, they were there.
Right. So you had Joe.
Right, Mrs. Hassan and General Bolduc were not there.
Anything else?
That was it.
Okay, I, followed up on the, 5 different solar construction companies that were given by the co-op with the letters and sent them out. I also followed up on the email from New Hampshire Electric, or we're currently following up on it, to provide them with all of our account numbers, which I don't know why they can't look it up, but that will give them, I had written them an email saying our goal is to save $31,000 worth of electric costs, and that's what,
Right.
probably up to 38,000 at the rate we're going. And they wanted the account numbers so they could get the actual usage numbers.
Okay.
I'm hoping that sometime in the month of November, we're gonna have a sit down with one or both of the contacts at New Hampshire Electric Co. Get that process rolling. Jack spoke with an installer up who's working on a job in Melbourne, who said he was too busy to do any additional work, but gave him a per watt figure on the tracking systems, which is $3.75 a watt, which we can kind of plug into whatever designs we end up getting.
Right.
And I think that's it. I mean, I got clarification on a number of things from the office that I had spoken about on Monday. And I think that's a policy decision that we need to make going forward. We can't change anything this year. But we should have that discussion.
We've got all day and into the night on November.
Right, should I bring the 3 straws?
No, I'll do the late night duty.
You sure? I don't
Well-
mind, I just,
Due to your advanced age and the fact that Bob has to go to work in the morning, I'm more than willing to do it. I'm unable to do my job other than paperwork and estimating right now, so I'll be happy to take it over.
then what we should probably do is try to finish up our agenda items by noon or 1, and then you can take the afternoon off, because there's no reason for you to be there all the time, unless you want to be a poll watcher. I have no idea how that's working.
I think my poll watching will end up being ballot counting watching, and that'll be fine. It'll give me a chance to grab a bite to eat before I come back, that'd be great.
Hopefully we've got enough ballot counters. I
I-
haven't talked to the,
I do know of one individual I knew one, who volunteered and they accepted his.
yeah,
Haven't heard a word out of the moderator. I would presume if he was nervous, he'd let us know.
I would hope so. If you knew enough to do that.
And earlier, we were in the Agricultural Commission budget item. Might it benefit us to really put it out to the public that we could use some new members or someone who might want to administer the community garden at this time, let people know what's going on,
Right.
quite publicly?
Yeah. Or we can reform, I mean, I'd like, and people have a limited understanding of volunteer government, but
Yes.
they were a commission that were all appointed, and nobody has come forward to us.
Right.
So all of this is hearsay as far as I'm concerned. If they wanna change something, or they said, well, you just take it over, is one thing I heard somebody said. And that's not how it works. You need to come in here and make your position
Well,
known.
their position, I thought, at least according to the letter and what we were told, was that they're going to resign on the
I haven't
rest of the
seen
year.
the resignations.
Well, they spoke of it, and they spoke of it in the letter they gave us. They haven't officially done it.
Right, and they need to come in, but maybe they won't. So maybe we just need to reform an agricultural commission.
It would be nice if we could do that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. All right, anything else?
I'm good.
Anything from our executive assistant?
Nope.
Then I'm gonna move that we terminate this work session.
I'll second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you for playing.
Nothing to it,
Okay, so everything's here.
other than I'm sick of the dog.